1043. In accordance with 14 CFR Part 107, except when within a 400-foot radius of a structure, at what maximum altitude can you operate sUAS? A. 600 feet AGL. B. 500 feet AGL. C. 400 feet AGL. The correct answer is C. According to 14 CFR Part 107, a small unmanned aircraft system, sUAS, must not be flown higher than 400 feet above ground level, AGL, unless it is flown within a 400-foot radius of a structure and does not fly higher than 400 feet above the structure's immediate uppermost limit. Therefore, except when within a 400-foot radius of a structure, the maximum altitude at which an sUAS can be operated is 400 feet AGL. The correct answer is option C, 400 feet AGL. 1044. What speed limit applies to sUAS operations? A. 200 knots. B. 80 miles per hour. C. 100 miles per hour. The correct answer is C. The FAA recommends that sUAS operations remain below 100 miles per hour, 87 knots, to ensure safety and to minimize the risk of collisions with other aircraft. However, this is a recommendation rather than a regulation or a specific speed limit. 1045. Unless otherwise authorized, what is the maximum airspeed at which a person may operate an sUAS below 400 feet? A. 200 knots. B. 80 miles per hour. C. 100 miles per hour. The correct answer is C. The IUES must be flown below 400 feet and at a maximum ground speed of 87 knots, 100 miles per hour. 1322. According to 14 CFR Part 107, what is the maximum ground speed for a small UA? A. 87 knots. B. 87 miles per hour. C. 100 knots. The correct answer is A. The IUES cannot be flown faster than a ground speed of 87 knots, 100 miles per hour, and must be operated below 400 feet. 1046. The basic weather minimums for operating an sUAS up to the 400 feet AGL limit are A. 900-foot ceiling and 3-mile visibility. B. 2,000-foot ceiling and 1 mile's visibility. C. Clear of clouds and 2 miles visibility. The correct answer is A. According to 14 CFR Part 107, the minimum weather visibility and distance from clouds requirements for operating a small unmanned aircraft system, sUAS, are: visibility must be at least 3 statute miles, SM, ahead of the remote pilot in command, PC, or the visual observer, VO, if one is being used. The sUAS must remain at least 500 feet below clouds and 2,000 feet horizontally from clouds. If the ceiling is less than 1,000 feet, the sUAS must remain at least 500 feet away horizontally from any obstacle. Therefore, option A is the correct answer, as it meets the minimum visibility requirements, although it does not mention the distance from clouds or obstacles. 1270. In accordance with 14 CFR Part 107, at what maximum altitude can you operate an sUAS when inspecting a tower with a top at 1,000 feet AGL at close proximity, within 100 feet? A. 1,400 feet MCL. B. 1,400 feet AGL. C. 400 feet AGL. The correct answer is B. In accordance with 14 CFR Part 107, if you are inspecting a tower with a top at 1,000 feet AGL at close proximity, within 100 feet, the maximum altitude at which you can operate a small unmanned aircraft system, sUAS, is 1,400 feet above ground level, AGL. The Part 107 regulations state that, except when flying within a 400-foot radius of a structure, The maximum altitude at which an sUAS may be flown is 400 feet AGL. However, when flying close to a structure, the sUAS may fly higher than 400 feet AGL as long as it remains within 400 feet of the structure and does not fly higher than 400 feet above the structure.